Back to yesterday in D.C. Trailing 3-1 in the eighth, Michael A. Taylor and Danny Espinosa delivered clutch two-out hits, pushing the Nats in front, setting up an important series win against the chasing Mets. It doesn't get any easier with 4 against the Pirates. Doug Fister faces Francisco Liriano in the opener from beautiful PNC Park. It's a series on the road we've been looking forward to for a long time. It's a great ballpark. The Nats are facing a really good ball club. Plenty of our fans love to travel to Pittsburgh to watch the Nats take on the battling Bucks. And these 4 games ought to be a whole lot of fun. It's a little more fun after what happened yesterday because the Nats could have left town with just a 1-game lead over New York.
Did you see the headlines in the New York Daily News today? Worst loss ever in big print. So, yeah, it was a big game yesterday. I think other than the April 28th come from behind win, yesterday's win, huge. I mean, you're up 3 games versus 1 game. You're coming in to play a good Pittsburgh Pirates team. So, yeah, hopefully they can take that momentum here in this weekend series against the Pirates.
Yeah, Terry Collins set up his pitching to beat the Nats. Everybody has set up pitching for this weekend. The matchups are remarkable, but first of all, back in D.C., the Nats swept the Pirates. There was a no-hitter, and they outscored them 19-3.
Yeah, look at those numbers. 3 wins, 23 in a third innings, 10 hits, 1 run, 3 walks. Andrew McCutchen went 1 for 9 in this series. That was one of the hottest teams in baseball, if you remember, when they came to Nats Park. Gio Gonzalez, 7 shutout innings, and oh yeah, that near-perfect game and had to settle for the no-hitter Max Scherzer. That was the second game of the series. So yeah, they dominated the Pirates, but this is a different story. These Pittsburgh Pirates are a much better team at PNC Park. They're 8-1 in their last 9 games. So you look at the pitching matchups for the series, and it doesn't get any easier for the Nats hitters.
Scherzer locked tomorrow, Gio Burnett Saturday, Ross and Garrett Cole on Sunday. Michael A. Taylor, right now he's playing like he wants to be the National League Rookie of the Year. He'll get some consideration if he keeps this up. 70 games without an error if he does it tonight in center field. A lot of go-ahead RBIs, a lot of clutch hitting. 389 with runners in scoring position. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. By visitannapolis.org. Find the Chesapeake experience at visitannapolis.org. And by Orchid. Pest control down to a science. Across the Roberto Clemente Bridge, one of the great walks in baseball for any fan, and even some players and broadcasters for that matter, to get into a beautiful ballpark where Danny Espinosa, Bryce Harper, and the Nats will take on the Pirates in the first of 4. It is a beautiful night. 79, humidity in the high 30s. What an evening for baseball. What a view, and what a series this should be. Early game notes for you. Doug Fister, 4 starts against Pittsburgh. A win and a 1.07 ERA, 1-1 the record. Francisco Liriano is tough here at home. 38 home starts with the Pirates, 3-1-6, but really stingy lately. And a 1-run games. The Pirates playing 6-06 baseball, the Nats 6-15. And that's one of the things that puts you in first or second place and eventually into the playoffs in October. NFP right now, the Pirates are leading that wild card race by a healthy 3.5 games. I mean, this is a playoff-bound team that I think is capable of catching that club in front of them.
Well, that's a tall task. And when you talk about the way the Cardinals are playing, I don't know about that, but definitely playing good baseball. It's their first home game since July 12th. And their last 9 games here at PNC Park, they're 8-1, so they like playing at home. They're a good ball club, but they've won 3 of their last 4 series against the Nats in this ballpark. Washington
10th in the league at 252, 5th in runs. Ian Desmond on base 4 times yesterday. So in that series against the Mets, he went 5 for 9, 2 walks, a stolen base, scored 3 runs. And the Nats need him. He's out there grinding every inning of every game. And they will take on Francisco Liriano. 81 career wins, and this year he's 5-6 with a 2.98 ERA.
And the last time he faced the Nats, he lost to Max Scherzer's no-hitter 6-0. His last start was on the 12th against the Cardinals. He got a no decision, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits, struck out 6, walked 4. He's walked 11 in his last 4 starts. So the Nats hitters tonight make him throw strikes. I said the defense for the Pirates behind Liriano. Marte, McCutchen, Polanco, the outfield. Gung, Morel, left side. Walker, Alvarez, right side. And Francisco Cervelli behind the plate. And there's Andrew McCutchen, one of the best players in baseball.
And the Pirates a surprising 13th in the league in team defense. They've made 69 errors. Only Milwaukee's made more. Pedro Alvarez has made 15 errors at first base. And about an hour ago, Clint Hurdle got added to his ball club, Aramis Ramirez, who will be on his way here from Milwaukee, and I would think we'll see him for 2 or 3 games in this series. And plus they've got Jordy Mercer, their shortstop, is out for the next 3 to 5 weeks. Josh Harrison's out for about that same time. So the Pirates have some injury issues, and they dealt with some of that today by returning Aramis Ramirez to Pittsburgh. So here's Michael A. Taylor hitting .234. First pitch of the game is a swing and a miss.
How about Ramirez? He spent his whole career in the NL Central.
Yeah. Underway at 7:08. Taylor looking to bunt, but he lays it down too close to the mound, and Liriano guns him out. Pretty good idea. Brent Morel, just up from the minor leagues, a guy who's been in the big leagues off and on for a couple of years with Chicago and other ball clubs. And Michael A. trying to find a way to get aboard.
Watch how late Michael Taylor squared around here, and he just didn't get the bat head out far enough. It's almost the same as pulling a baseball when you bunt a baseball to third. You really want to get that barrel out in front, and he's just kind of leaving a little too deep in the strike zone. That's why his last couple of bunt attempts have been more toward the pitcher than more toward the third baseline. When you bunt early in a game, you want to make it fair or foul, perfect on the line or foul, so you have another chance. If you miss, you want to miss in foul territory, not toward the pitcher. But you like the idea by Michael Taylor. I love the fact that he's thinking like a leadoff hitter. He's trying to get on, but you see how deep he bunted it. Couldn't get around it and get it toward the third base line.
Danny Espinosa this year hitting .284, right-handed, .254 overall. 0 for 3 career against Liriano, who had the misfortune of pitching against the Nats on a day a guy named Scherzer was pitching for the Nats. He went 5 2/3. Gabe Washington 5 runs on 7 hits that day. The guy on deck had a home run against him. Max Scherzer took care of the rest.
This is a good game plan. Make him throw strikes. his balls are usually below the strike zone. And like I said, 11 walks in his last 4 starts. Get him in the zone.
Right in there for Danny Espinosa, 3-1. Nationals 5th in the league in runs. Trying to pick up where they left off against this Pittsburgh pitching staff last time out. It'll be a little tougher here, as FP mentioned how good they are at home. They've won 32, lost only 16 this year at PNC Park. And from this camera vantage point, you get a straight in view of the mound and home plate. Espinosa, chopper left side, fair for a while, hit the chalk line and went to the left.
Danny Espinosa being very patient here. Looked like he was taking 3-1 all the way, filled up the count to 3-2. Now he's about to see his 7th pitch of the at-bat.
Gabe Morales is the junior member of the crew. Scott Berry, 10th year. Ted Barrett, the crew chief, 17th year. Chris Conroy at 3rd, his 6th year. That ball tailing away. High chopper. Espinosa has a chance, but Liriano makes another good play.
Yeah, Liriano, very athletic pitcher. I mean, you saw the first play against Michael Taylor. You're seeing this play right here. Not a problem. I think if Morel fields that, Danny Espinosa's got a chance because his momentum's taking him toward home plate. He has to throw across his body on the run, but Liriano fields that, makes a nice play. Good throw.
And here's Bryce, who had a good game against Liriano that historical day in D.C. on June 20th. Bryce had a homer and a single. He went 2 for 4, hit the ball hard 3 times, and had a couple of RBIs. '93 upstairs, unreachable. And then 94 again.
Challenge him with some fastballs away. And with the big left center field here at PNC, you'd think that the Pirates are going to work Bryce Harper away this whole series. Maybe come in late for effect. But when you look at the ballpark and the way it's shaped, I'm not trying Bryce Harper in. I mean, balls fly out of here easily. And you look how big it is out in this area. That's where I'm making Bryce Harper hit a home run this series. So he should see everything away.
Yeah, look at that left center, 389. That one way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryce Harper hits the equivalent of an upper deck right field homer at Nationals Park here. It's most probably in the water. He's hit 27, 64 RBIs. He's hitting left-handers 326 this year. And Liriano gets him right there. Ball gets away. Bryce stays in the box and is tagged out, and that's it for the top of the first inning. So Liriano off to a good start. The ball never got really beyond him in that inning. 5th career start against the Pirates, who are 6th in the league in hitting. And they had times struggle to score runs, but Andrew McCutchen in this ballpark against the Nats, crazy numbers over the years. 20 games here, 384, 8-16. The Nats put a stop to him in that series in D.C., and that was the primary reason they kept Pittsburgh to 3 runs in those 3 ball games. So here's Doug Fister. Record of 3-5.
Yeah, allowed 4 runs on 9 hits in 5 innings. 4-2 loss against the Dodgers his last time out. Fastball this year for Doug Fister, averaging 85.9 miles an hour. Last year, 87.9. And 2013, 88.8.
So the Pirates 8th in the league in runs with 375. Gregory Polanco hitting 241 in that leadoff spot. And 0 for 4 career against Doug Fister.
Key for Doug Fister tonight: work fast, get the ball, throw it, increase his tempo. And I've talked to him a number of times. He says the worst thing I could do is slow down. When I'm not feeling my mechanics right, I want to speed up. So look for a faster delivery and a faster tempo tonight from Doug Fister. He's ready to go, and his delivery, his windup, looks a little more quick than it did against the Dodgers his last start. I thought it was one of the slowest deliveries I've seen him have.
And a little pop up to the left side. Not a lot of room here. In fact, when you look down from our vantage point up here, which is almost as high as our vantage point in Nationals Park, you can see how cozy it is along the lines here.
If Danny Espinosa went Josh Donaldson right there, he would have went right down the stairway. I mean, there's stairs right where that ball went. Yeah, right here, stairway.
Yeah. Polanco to center. Michael A. Taylor over toward the gap. This time of the day, this time of the year, left center is a Sunfield here for a while. That ball over toward the other side, and Michael had no problems with it for the first out.
Defense for the Nats tonight: Robinson, Taylor, Harper, the outfield. Danny Espinosa getting the start at third. Yunel Escobar passed a lot of CT scans and all kinds of different scans. He seems okay. Dan Uggla getting the start at second base tonight. And there's Michael Taylor in center field. Sun right in his eyes for about 15 more minutes.
Doug Fister drops one in, 86 on Neil Walker. The switch hitting second baseman has hit 7 home runs. Walker's faced Fister 11 times. Most of any Pirate with 4 hits. And he hits one hard into the corner. And it's about 8 to 10 feet to the right of that cozy 320 mark down the line.
That was a bullet. Look out if you're in that little section right there against the wall. Oh, there's a fence there.
And for good reason, it looks like.
They might have wore one.
0-2. Now Doug had him reaching for that one. Dan Uggla kind of skidding to a stop there on the just watered infield. 2 outs.
I don't think I've seen a nicer evening for baseball ever in Pittsburgh. And that yellow thing in the sky, what do they call it again? Sun?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that in Pittsburgh in 20-something years of coming here.
We've had some rough weather times here. The forecast for the weekend is great until Sunday. The weatherman got on the scoreboard a few minutes ago and alarmed us a bit by saying, we'll try to get the Sunday game in.
He doesn't know. He's guessing.
Yeah. Come on.
Just guess. Flip a coin.
When the guy from Channel 4 decides whether we're playing or not, we're all in trouble. Here's Andrew McCutchen. Up the middle. Enough for a hit. Can the Nats stop McCutchen in this ballpark this weekend? That hit sure better than some of the stuff he's done against our pitching staff in recent years.
Well, he got off to that slow start, and where a lot of guys get buried in April and May and they think, oh, I'm having a bad season, Andrew McCutchen just realized you need to stop doing so much. And since May 7th, he's hitting .332, 78 for .235, so now 79 for .236. His on-base percentage, .431.
Yeah.
So you're thinking he was going to have a bad year? Scratch that. He's having another all-star season.
He's now 5 for 9 career against Doug Fister. It's a different story for Starling Marte, whose numbers we'll give you after the at-bat. McCutchen leading off. He hasn't done a ton of running this year. He's 5 out of 7 stealing. But the Pirates are third behind the Reds and the Diamondbacks with 67 team stolen bases. Last 16 games in this ballpark, Marte has been hot. .381.
And since June 12th, .355 average. That's 4th best in the National League. And as soon as he learns the strike zone, and it looks like he is learning it and quit swinging at every single pitch he sees, he can be one of the better players in the National League.
Absolutely. Good outfielder. 7 assists on the year from left field. And that number probably won't go up a whole lot because guys will stop running on him. He's made 1 error. And he's part of that young outfield that has drawn a lot of comparisons back to the early 90s with Marte, McCutchen, and Polanco. Some folks mentioning Bonds, Van Slyke, and Bonilla. Time will tell.
And talking about left fielders, you see how the Pirates have set up their outfield here with McCutchen and Marte. Something to keep an eye on is Clint Robinson in a huge left field here at PNC Park in this series. And a guy that normally plays first, he's learned the outfield, but he's basically playing center field today in left field because there's so much real estate out there.
And if a ball's hit to his left, it'll be in that sun field out there, but it's 410 all the way deep out there. We may not need the shades, be chasing the ball to the wall. But right now, they really give left center to Starling Marte. Such a fascinating ballpark because of the backdrop. The Allegheny River, Golden Triangle across the water, downtown Pittsburgh. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Fister, a little cat and mouse game with Andrew McCutchen, who didn't move at all. Now he does. Doug making his 165th career start. 63 wins, 61 losses. Breaking ball, it was hanging a bit, and there's that shot to the deep gap, and McCutchen will score easily. That ball's 405 feet away right now, digging for a triple Marte, and he's there. Starling Marte, first triple of the year, his 51st RBI.
That ball was up from Doug Fister. One of the only ballparks in baseball where you can hit a triple to left center field. He splits the gap we were just talking about. A lot of real estate to cover out there. And a couple of burners on the bases. One scores from first and one has a triple. 1-0 Pirates.
Jung Ho Gung, the shortstop, hitting .286. He's a natural third baseman. He did play some shortstop back in his native Korea. But they say he's been outstanding at third, but he's got to play short right now with Jordy Mercer hurt. He's on a 9-game hitting streak with 15 hits. Fister with the fastball, 88. Good location, outer half. 1-2. 28-year-old rookie. Pirates signed him as a free agent in January. Hit 300 3 times in 9 years in the Korean League. 20-plus homers 4 times. He even hit 40 home runs once. That was just last year. 40 homers with 117 RBIs, and his value as major league teams were looking at him just skyrocketed. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a good breaking ball. Probably Doug Fister's best pitch of the inning. Now wait a minute. They're going to say foul tip, and the ball hit the ground. And Matt Williams is going to come out of the dugout. He wants Gabe Morales to ask Scott Berry for some help at first base. The first thing Matt did when he came out of the dugout was look at the first base umpire. He seems to be convinced by Gabe Morales that the call was good.
I'll look at it again. You didn't see an argument from Wilson Ramos. That's why you're thinking maybe he did tip it.
Pop fly right field, Bryce Harper. So instead of the strikeout, a can of corn to rain. But a single, a triple, McCutchen and Marte with 2 outs. The Bucks draw the first lead.
.05 start. The big news, though, first 20,000 fans, you get a Jason Worth Chia pet. Check out hashtag Worth Chia and follow the Nationals on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Get a sneak peek of the Chia stages. Visit Nationals.com to purchase your tickets today.
Starling Marte, 51st RBI. Pirates on top. Ramos, Robinson, Desmond for the Nats. Top of the second.
And Jason Worth with a day off today after we got 5 at-bats yesterday. DHing. Anthony Rendon with 3 hits yesterday. That's good news. Matt Williams' squad getting healthy. And I say they're all ready. Call them up.
You might get a chance to say that later during our so-called PNC minor league report.
Yeah, just kind of gave you a sneak preview.
Wilson Ramos 1 for 6 career against Francisco Liriano, who only threw 14 pitches, 9 strikes first inning. Made 2 plays himself and struck out the other guy. By the way, the Dodgers underway at New York. No score early there. Nats had that nice 3-game lead over the Mets after the dramatic win yesterday. Late swing by Ramos. Bartolo Colon, by the way, gets to face Clayton Kershaw in that game. Swing and a miss. Ramos has an 84 snuck by him, and Liriano on his off-speed game so far.
Looks like Zach Greinke's not going to pitch in that series against the Mets.
Is that right?
His wife went into labor and he's flying back to California.
Okay. All the best to him and the family.
I think. No, I'm just kidding. Congratulations to Zach Greinke. I'm sure that Nats fans would have loved to see him pitch against the Mets, right? And Clayton Kershaw.
Glenn Robinson, a chance for an infield hit. And Liriano took care of that one. He has 3 assists and 2 strikeouts. So the Pirates haven't needed anybody except the pitcher, the catcher, or the first baseman so far.
Well, it's been PFP here, pitcher's fielding practice, and Francisco Liriano, he's already talked about what a good athlete he is. That looks like a swing and bunt, right? You're thinking base hit for Clint Robinson, but the bare hand play, all in one motion, gets him by a step. A couple of nifty plays by the Pirates left-hander to start this game up.
Here's Ian Desmond. Ian saw a pitch tailing to the outer half.
Oh, what a play.
Guy in the first row of the upper deck had it, then he had it, then he dropped it and picked it up with both hands.
I think that's Jay Bell, former Pirates shortstop.
Looks like Jay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wonder if he can bunt. Inside. Ian Desmond 1 for 5 career with an RBI against Liriano. He tries to bolt the fastball. Actually 85, took a little bit off it.
Ian Desmond seeing the baseball.
2-1 pitch. Well, he is just throwing mid-80s after mid-80s.
Well,
Arm action is great.
That's his changeup, and he throws it 22% of the time. He'll throw it when he's behind in the count, ahead in the count. It's his best pitch.
Right down the middle, and Desmond knew it. So sitting in the mid-80s and 6 in a row for Francisco Liriano, who has an early lead.
Been a guy who thrives on getting ground ball outs. Well, this season, Doug Fister's been a little un-Doug Fister-like. His ground ball rate is the lowest that it's been since 2009, and his line drive rate is the highest that it's been in his entire career. Matt Williams says that Fister hasn't consistently been able to lock in his mechanics and keep the ball down. But Williams noted that the Pirates are a team that hunt the fastball aggressively, so it could be a good matchup for Fister today if he's able to keep the ball down, get some early outs, and work deep into the game.
Yeah, interesting thing to bring up, Dan, with our Coons.com sideline report. 4 of the 5 balls in the first inning hit in the air against Doug Fister.
Well, it's about getting his fingers on top of the ball and getting that late sink. And not even I mean, he's always pitched up late in the count, but to a corner, to a spot, and he's hitting the plate a little more than he has in the past, besides being elevated. Like I said, the faster he goes, the better he is.
And a ball in the air to left hit pretty well. Clint Robinson getting turned around. Doesn't matter. That thing's out of here. Pedro Alvarez with his 13th of the year. Pirates don't look like they landed in Pittsburgh at 2:45 this morning so far.
Now check out the location of the Mercedes-Benz pitch track. Not that bad a pitch, just down the way. It looked like Alvarez was looking out there. And on a warm night in Pittsburgh, the ball travels all the way out of here.
And you might have looked at tonight's matchup and thought he could be a pick to click against Doug Fister. Now 5 out of 8 career with that home run. Next up is the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. Pirates are the 3rd lowest home run hitting team in the league. That was number 70. Only the Phillies and the Braves have hit fewer. Fister gives up his 9th. 2-0 Bucks. Cervelli, all those years with the Yankees, 1 for 5 career against the former Tiger Fister. Ball under his hands and he fouls it. Let's go inside the numbers with STG. Best records in the league, and look at the Pirates sitting there 2nd, but they're 6 games behind the team they're chasing. They're a +3.5 in the wild card race right now over the Cubs, and then 4 over the Giants. The Hurdles Ball Club using a lot of pitching. Their staff ERA 2.99, 2nd in all of baseball to St. Louis. They win at home. The only thing they don't do, they don't win in their division. They're 17-24 against the Central, and against their arch rivals St. Louis, they're 5-5, but they haven't won a game on the road against them.
I have fun watching the foul balls in the upper deck here. A couple guys have gotten a chance right next to each other. That guy just got hit right in the chest and it ricocheted down the lower bowl.
Cozy ballpark. Busted bat on a 2-2 pitch, and Cervelli drops one into center. Yeah, busted bat, but it's another ball in the air.
A pretty good pitch for Doug Fister, but if that ball's down, it's a ground ball, broken bat. If it's up, it's a line drive. And I mean, belt high, but if that's knee high, it's a broken back ground ball to shortstop, and because it was belt high, he was able to get inside of it and bloop it in.
Next up, the recently added Brent Morrell, who was with the Pirates last year, only played in 23 games. Better part of 4 years with the White Sox, the team that drafted him back in 2008. Out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. He hits one hard to left. So the Pirates have sent 8 men to the plate, and 5 of them have hits. And now for them, a great chance for Liriano to bunt a couple of guys ahead.
I talked about the last Doug Fister start, the arm speed. I feel like it's different this year than it was last year. And I'm not talking about velocity or location or anything other than when he comes at you with that quick windup or quick out of the stretch, and that arm speed is quick as well. Now as a hitter, I'm rushing to get to the baseball. It's messing with my timing. But if you see a guy whose arm speed isn't quite as quick as it used to be, and it kind of drags a little bit, that gives me time to make my decision and doesn't throttle me backwards and forwards and mess up my timing as much. We've been talking a lot about quick arm pitchers, and Doug Fister, generally speaking, is, but I think as compared to last year, maybe not as quick with the arm.
Liriano, 2 sacrifice bunts this year, 14 in his career, and not great looking efforts on those first 2. A lot of years in the American League, of course. This is his 3rd year with the Pirates. It's Rick Sofield over at third base.
Think he's bunting? Look how far choked up he was to start there.
And he's 0 for 3, and that's a strikeout.
You know, he might have been too far choked up. He's basically bumped with a 22-inch bat right there based on where his bottom hand was. He didn't have a whole lot of bat to reach for the baseball to bunt it.
So that's a strikeout for Pfister, $37 more to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health. And that goes to our Washington area Toyota dealers' generosity with Toyota Case for Kids. Top of the order, Gregory Polanco, fly ball to center. First time up. Locked him up on 87, and there's that pitch down. Hitter having a hard time getting a read on it.
It's a good pitch. And I talked to Steve McCanny before the game, and he was hoping that Doug Pfister wouldn't go out there and think too much and just let it rip tonight. Not think about mechanics. Not think about anything else other than get it and go. Go fast. Let it fly. Don't think about anything.
One and two on a ball. Hit out to center for Taylor. Runners both going almost halfway, returning to their bags. 2 outs. More numbers for you from STG. Another comeback win for the Nats yesterday from multi-run deficits, 2 runs or more, and they've done it 13 times now. The Houston Astros, second place club AL West, leads all of baseball, but the Pirates are in the mix.
If they do come back in this one, circle that missed bunt opportunity by Francisco Liriano. That would have been a sac fly by Polanco.
You're right.
And the one thing you always know with Doug Pfister, all the talk we've been with mechanics, working, he's going to compete. He's going to go out there and give you his best bolt every single time, regardless of location, velocity. And that's the part you like the best about him always.
88 up a bit, some movement. 1 ball, 1 strike to Neil Walker, who bounced out to Dan Uggla, first time up. '88 up and away that time.
The drama created by the organ is just intense, isn't it?
I tell you.
I mean, I'm biting my nails right now.
I know one thing, since the last time we were here, the Pirates have hired some new marketing people, because this place has gone Dodger Stadium, Citi Field, Shea Stadium loud on us like it's never been before. Bucks making noise, though. They lead 2-0.
It is loud.
Berg. We go top three. Ugla, Moore, Pfister. 7, 8, 9 for the Nats, who haven't gotten the ball, but well, past the pitcher yet. 3 ground balls fielded by Liriano, 3 strikeouts. First 2 innings, 26 pitches, 16 strikes. As long as the arm action is there, he can throw changeup after changeup.
Well, until it gets dark, that's the toughest pitch to pick up for a hitter is the changeup. You can't see the rotation. The backdrop's starting to have some shade to it. And you know, the Pirates have swung the bat well, but Doug Pfister not really known for the changeup, and Liriano is.
Right.
You see the batting eye a little sunny still. That's the hard one to pick up until it gets dark.
Yeah, and I guess sort of taking advantage of that. Liriano with a high fastball that he got for the strike after the changeup. So he went 84-93 there.
50-50. He's thrown a lot of changeups, and you know, it's his home ballpark. He knows that. He talks to hitters, hey, I can't see the changeup until it gets dark. Throw it.
And that's going to be a running fastball that strikes out Ugla. Nissan will track strike 3.
And if he starts throwing the fastball in for a strike and the changeup for a strike, it's going to be a rough go for the Nats, because now his fastball is respectable enough that you have to start your swing a little bit early to get to the inside fastball, and that'll open up the changeup on the other side.
Tyler Moore in that game against Liriano had a 2-run single that finished his day back on June 20th. So Tyler career 2 for 4 with those 2 RBIs and 2 bases on balls against the left-hander. Tyler's hit .278 his last 20 games.
I talked to Tyler Moore today about facing Clayton Kershaw, and he said he started that curveball about 4 feet over my head. And I'm thinking, there's no way that thing's coming down for a strike, and it did.
Hitters used to say the same thing after facing Sandy Koufax. Straight over the top. Dodgers have a run at New York, 3rd inning. Outside, 3-1. Tyler Moore would love to get aboard here and give Pfister a chance to move him around. Time requested and given to the hitter by Gabe Morales. Didn't get that call. First runner for the Nats. A walk to the number 8 hitter.
A little tailing fastball right here. Looked like it started in the strike zone, just tailed away at the last second. Good at bat by Tyler Moore. Now Doug Pfister going to try to bunt him along, you'd think.
Doug has 4 sacrifice bunts this year to go with 6 base hits. On the grass at third, Brent Morrell. Alvarez close to holding the runner, but playing a step in front of the first base bag. And then Pfister fans on that one.
A little bit more directional here with Tyler Moore on first base. We always talk about the speed of the runner dictating the quality of the bunt. And you look at Morrell, he's charging hard. We've already seen Liriano field his position well. So Doug Pfister probably trying to bunt this one toward Pedro Alvarez at first. But left on left, that's not that easy.
And he lunged for a pitch that was way outside. Strike 2. That's right in there. So neither pitcher's been able to lay down a bunt. First time through the order, the Nationals go 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts.
80s night at Nats Park. You got to be there, don't you? August 29th. Break out your leg warmers, your members only jackets, your skin tight acid wash jeans, your aviator jackets, your Rubik's Cubes, and your Jerry curl. Details, purchasing special tickets, visit nationals.com/80s night. You going to be able to do that Rubik's Cube? You got that?
What was I doing in the 80s? I have none of those things.
You definitely had Jerry curl. There's no doubt about that.
I don't even know what that is.
Just a product that you put in your hair to make it all nice and curly and wet looking. Pedro Martinez used to use it in his early days. You just wear your heavy metal t-shirts. That's all you do.
Yeah. Michael A. Taylor tried to bunt his way aboard first time.
Or you could just go mullet.
Oh,
that'd be great. For the Open, get a mullet with.
So it looks like Michael A. has a pretty good idea of trying to take the ball the other way this time up. It's a ballpark that'll reward a right-handed hitter for hitting the ball well the other way. But it's 1-2 and the battle's on now.
I mean, that's a good game plan against a lefty that has a changeup, but the hard part is with Liriano, he's throwing the fastball in.
'87. And still through 3 innings, nobody has touched the ball other than the battery and the first baseman on a beautiful baseball night in Pittsburgh. Entire 17-year career as a Pirate. He was from Wheeling, West Virginia. One of the great second basemen of all time, and that's the famous wave of the batting helmet after he hit the walk-off homer against the Yankees in the '60 World Series.
And how about the view we have here from our booth? I mean, it just never gets old. It's like we're looking at a movie set. That camera's set right behind us, folks, and that's the view we have from high atop PNC Park, and it is just spectacular, especially at sunset. Unbelievable.
It's amazing. 5 hits for the Pirates so far. McCutchen, the first of those. A 2-out flare over the running Dan Uggla into center field first inning, and then Marte hit a rifle shot out to the left center gap to put the Pirates on top. You can see the upper half of the buildings from down on the field. From up here, unbelievable. Pretty good pitch on 0-2, and there was battery hesitation right there with Pfister and Ramos. They thought they might have the K.
Now Wilson Ramos tried to stick the landing and hold it right on the corner.
McCutchen, that ball hit rather softly, and Tyler Moore over to grab it, backhand style.
It's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo using hashtag NatsCouchCam, and you just might see yourself on a future broadcast that is brought to you by T-Mobile. Maybe your couch is on a boat in the river, and maybe you're an attitude in the middle of a bunch of Pirates fans.
Give him something to smile about.
There'll be more Curly W's, I would think, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here at the ballpark as everybody comes up for the weekend. Usually a lot of Nats fans here.
We know some of you are waiting for one more day at work, so you can hop in the car and head west and join us, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Starling Marte up the middle, and sometimes it helps to be 6'8", 2 down.
Doug Fister getting on the act. Francisco Liriano stealing all the ground balls in this one for the Pirates, and now Doug Fister gets a comebacker. Nice play. Some hard dirt right in front of the plate. That hop kind of got on him a little quicker than he thought. Very athletic play. Darts it over to Tyler Moore. Nicely done.
Jung Ho Gung with 2 outs. The fly ball to Bryce Harper to win the first inning. Doug Fister, 47 pitches, first 2 innings. Trying to get his guys right back in the dugout here. That ball driven to left center. Clint Robinson after it. It's going to hit and go up against the wall. Taylor's got it. And that's a deep, deep double in this ballpark. The Pirates have hit for the cycle as a team already here in the 3rd inning.
It looked like an off-speed pitch, maybe a slider right out over. And Gung rifles one in the gap. And this was in the air for a while. There's so much real estate to cover out in left center. And Michael Taylor kind of shading the right center field on that. And you saw from way up here, there's no way to get to it. And that's the north side notch. 410 there to that corner.
Here's Alvarez, who homered opposite field last time. This part of Pittsburgh is called the North Shore, right across from downtown, thus the North Side reference. Alvarez, 13 homers, 44 RBIs. And Doug Fister's only retired 3 times of the 8 they faced each other. 88 with the fastball up and away. Got a swing and a miss with it. Alvarez, 18 homers last year, was hurt a lot, hitting .231. His average coming into this game. He was healthy 2 years ago, and even though he only hit .233, he had 36 home runs and drove in 100.
Yeah, with a base here and 2 outs, you'd think that Doug Fister probably won't give in, meaning pitch him tough. We'll cut fastball there at 86.
2-2. That ball gets through Wilson Ramos, with Gung heading over to third base.
You say something, Carp? I couldn't hear you. The organ was playing. A curveball in the dirt. And Wilson Ramos tries to get over. Gets through the 5-hole and a free 90 feet for Gung.
Wild pitch. Wilson would probably tell you he should have kept it close. 3-2 now to Alvarez. Now the ballpark almost full. It seats 38,362. And the ballpark will be nearly sold out, if not totally sold out, for this 4-game series.
Walking down the line, he's almost halfway home.
3-2. Curveball, and Ramos struggled to block that one. And he did not give in to Pedro Alvarez. So Doug Fister, first walk of the game.
Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one tonight, to look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game. That is brought to you by Miller Lite. Yeah, they're having fireworks after the game tonight, and on the bridge right behind center field here, they have all the fireworks. I watched them set that up today when I was coming over. It's going to be a serious display. It's a no-joke fireworks show after this game. And I'm going to sit right here because you and I have the best seat in the house and watch the whole thing.
That'll be awesome. We usually walk across that bridge to go back to the hotel. I don't know if they'll have that open tonight or not.
I don't think so, and I wouldn't want to. I feel like this is no joke today. I was going across the bridge, and the guy that was setting up the fireworks had a cigarette in his hand. He was smoking a cigarette and set up the fireworks. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, be careful, man!
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? They're going straight throat rocket, setting up the fireworks display on the bridge. Throat rocket in one hand and leaning over, putting the shell in the mortars. And, it might be a little bit early.
Well, evidently
the
safety switch was on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And Cervelli, who had a base hit first time, pulling one well foul. Some of the Pirate guys were telling me that the atmosphere in Kansas City the last couple of nights was playoff type. Those are 2 cities, Pittsburgh and Kansas City, that have really had a rebirth in baseball the last couple of years. Breaking ball low and away, 2-2. Pirates lost the last 2 games of that series. And of course, Clint Hurdle has Kansas City in his roots as a player. Pfister gets the outside edge. Cervelli could not pull the trigger, and the Pirates are gone in the 3rd. They've stranded 5 runners. They've knocked in 2. Now we're going to look down the other way toward the Monongahela and the Ohio. What a night.
Off. Espinosa has 6 bunt hits on the season. That's 4th in the National League. And I asked Espinosa earlier today when he decides to break that club out of his bag, so to speak, when to go with a bunt hit. He said it's more based on the situation than the positioning of the infielders or the athleticism of the pitcher. And his theory is if he gets it where he wants it, he's going to beat it out regardless of how he's being played by the corner infielders or the pitcher. It's something Danny will do sometimes to try and get an inning going if the Nats need a base runner. Or he can try and bunt for a hit with a runner on, the best case there being multiple guys on base, and the worst turns into an unintentional sacrifice bunt. So he's going to keep looking for opportunities, guys, to get on base and give the hitters behind him tonight, Bryce Harper, a chance to drive him in.
And that's good stuff, Dan. Fantastic. But the thing that's most important for all you younger players out there is placement of the base hit bunt. And not trying to run out of the box too fast. I think with younger players, even at the highest level in the big leagues, you see guys running out of the box and trying to bunt at the same time. Stay in there, put the ball exactly where you want to put it, and then run, because placement is key. If you're running out of there, you're not always going to bunt the ball where you want to. So square around a little bit earlier than you think, put the ball exactly where you want to, and then run, you'll get way more hits. And I like the idea with the runner on first doing it, because it's the old, if I mess up, it's a sacrifice. Yeah. But if I put it where I want to, it's a base hit. So it's a win-win. Good stuff, Dan.
Danny Espinosa hit a high chopper. Liriano pounced on it. Threw him out first time. And another chop. Bryce Harper, who 3 years ago had one of the really nice games of his career. We'll have that for you at some point tonight. Maybe next. 1-2, nobody out, top of the fourth. Liriano, 3 innings, 43 pitches, 26 strikes. Espinosa can't go down to dig it. That strikeout. Number 7. Moment in history brought to you by University of Maryland, University College. Citi Field 2 years ago on this date. Bases loaded, tie game. Bryce Harper thought one thing, don't ground into a double play, and he didn't. And Bryce had a big night. Tie-breaking single to key a 6-run burst in the 10th. The Nats beat the Mets 8-2, and Bryce, one of the great games early in his career. He'd been in the big leagues for, well, less than 3 months at that point.
It's a big series for Bryce. This is the only National League ballpark he hasn't homered in. Trying to check that box.
'94. Well outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he can hit one in the river here. Somebody makes a mistake out over. He definitely has that kind of pop to put one in the drink.
Liriano tried to steal a strike under his hands there, but the 93 ran inside. 2-1. No swing, ball 3. Outfield pretty much straight away. Infield to pull. But not in a real rank pull position with a lefty-lefty matchup. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bryce late for 88. Boy, Liriano really moving the ball around tonight. He has struck out Bryce Harper twice. And in this game, he has 11 outs, 8 of them on strikes.
It's just a tight little slider that doesn't look like anybody's really picking up tonight. So the fastball has been down in the zone. He's moving it around. And then the slider and the rotation seem, based on the swings you're seeing from the Nats hitters, like it's tough to pick up.
The only non-strikeouts are plays he's made to throw to first. Check swing by Wilson Ramos.
Yeah, that's weird. My scorecard looks weird.
Six fielders have not been involved in this game.
It's 1-3, 1-3, 1-3, a walk, and the rest strikeouts. Strange.
'85 swing and miss stuff.
That's the slider. That was the pitch that was so good for Clayton Kershaw when the Nats faced the Dodgers.
Ooh, that's close. 87.
It's down.
How about this stretch of pitching now? Right into this Pittsburgh series. The Nats have faced. Did well against the Mets, 2 out of 3. And on a changeup that just goes darting away, Liriano strikes out the side swinging. Right now, this game looks like the king in his court.
With his 13th home run of the year, fastball right on the edge of his power zone. And it takes a strong left-hander to go out the other way here. I mean, that's 383 to left center field, and he made it look easy. About 2 rows back, and it made it 2-0 Pirates. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Nats don't have a hit yet. And Francisco Liriano, excuse me, has been fantastic. Changeup's been good, slider's been good, fastball location, real good.
Brent Morrell, bottom of the 4th. 69 pitches already for Doug Fister.
See, Soriano got called up with the Cubs. He's in their bullpen now. Speaking of Sorianos.
And the Nats will not see them until October. That's the only way they would see them again.
Right.
Definite possibility. Fister drops one in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brent Morrell, clean single to left field. First time up. Been around for a while, 28 years of age. And Doug Fister, maybe his toughest at bat for any Pittsburgh hitter tonight. Strikeout number 4. Pitcher coming up in more numbers from STG. So here are those team ERA leaders. The Nats are number 6 in the league. They've just seen numbers 4 and number 3, and now they get number 2. And they've already played number 5 2 series this year. Yet to be played at St. Louis late August.
I got Wilson Ramos direct. Right on the face mask.
Gabe Morales giving Wilson plenty of time here to shake that off. Fister mixing things up well, even though some of the pitches are up. He's getting some swings and misses. 0-2 now to Liriano, his first strikeout victim on an attempted bunt 2 innings ago. And the backdoor breaking ball, swing and a miss. Top of the order, Gregory Polanco. So the Pirates struggled early. I mean, that's not a bad ERA as a team, 3.26. They've shaved a half run off that. Now they're winning 2 out of every 3 games. Pretty impressive run. By the way, we mentioned 8 of their last 9 at home. How about 23 of their last 30 here?
Yeah, that record, including the sweep that they endured at Nats Park.
And remember, they had won 8 straight coming into that series at Washington. Doug Fister against Gregory Polanco. He has had him hit 2 fly balls to center today.
Doug Fister's getting loose. It seems like after the home run to Pedro Alvarez, he's just letting it rip. Gave up a couple of hits after that, but the ground ball single through the hole, that's what he wanted. Just didn't go at anybody. And then the fastball velocity is up to 88. The cutter's been nice at 86, 87.
And a ball out to left center. Taylor cannot get there. So Doug Fister still doesn't have a 1-2-3 inning. Polanco stopping at second. And the Pirates continue with extra base hits.
You know, we talked about at the beginning, Clint Robinson in right field, and it's no knock, or left field. It's no knock on Clint Robinson, but you've seen teams come in here and put 2 center fielders on the left side of the outfield here, and we've seen that gap hit 3 times tonight already. And I wonder if Matt Williams is thinking about putting Bryce Harper in left as this
good call
series goes along Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover, and that is no knock on Clint Robinson. It's just you need 2 center fielders here if you're going to cover all that area from straightaway center field over to the State Farm sign there in left field. And there's no really room to cover in right because it's such a short porch.
Yeah, you can even play your guy shallow in right, try to take some singles away if you want. But this place is kind of the opposite of Fenway. Cozy right side and lots of room the other way.
And if you don't do that, you could shade your left fielder in that gap in left center field like you see at AT&T Park, where right fielders often play in that gap in right center field because it gets shorter down the line. Same thing here at PNC. You could shade your left fielder in the gap and just give the line away, because the way the fence is down there by the foul pole, if the ball hits the wall, it's coming back to you. Right. But there's a lot of real estate here in left field and in center field.
One ball, one strike to Neil Walker. Pfister with 88 right in there, and Walker took it, inning over. So Doug hasn't given up anything in terms of runs the last 2 innings. For the Nats, 5, 6, 7 coming up. Ariano's throwing a no-hitter. Let's go inside the numbers with Jeep. So going back to Saturday, Kershaw, his accolades, Greinke, his ERA, Harvey, his power, DeGrom, all-star, amazing in Cincinnati, Syndergaard, one of the better young rookie arms anywhere, and now this guy, who's 31, has been around for quite a while. He's been an all-star. He's won 16 games as recently as 2 years ago. And Liriano with a lot of no-hit stuff here tonight.
And the Nats, through all that, are still 3 games up in the National League East. And
did I just say no-hitter?
You did.
Okay.
I see what you did there. But the Nats are basically the Memphis Bell. They're all banged up. A couple of engines out. No landing gear. There's foam on the runway. I mean, they're basically a mess right now, trying to get healthy, and they're still 3 games up, facing all those pitchers we just showed you.
Yeah. Well, they've been able to win 2 and lose 3 of those 5 games. I mean, some good lineups will do that in terms of guys being healthy. Quite a week. And then later in the series, after Jeff Locke tomorrow night, and Locke is 5-6 with a 4 ERA. Then you go A.J. Burnett, and then the best the Pirates have, Garrett Cole, here on Sunday.
It's the big leagues.
It is. Clint Robinson trying to hang in there against that big breaking ball.
Well, he's been the closest to a hit for the Nats so far tonight. That swinging bunt down the third baseline. Francisco Liriano came off the mound, barehanded it, made a nice play, and got him by half a step.
Haven't seen him lose his release point hardly at all tonight.
All that and still 3 games up. How about that?
Not bad. 6th inning now at New York. Dodgers 1, Mets nothing. Robinson right off the trade market appeared. Got a play.
.444 against left-handers this year coming into tonight. 8 for 18, and a number of those hits off the big boys too. Madison Bumgarner.
Wow, that was close, and Robinson gets the base on balls. The Nats have their second walk of the night.
And their leadoff man on.
First time. Desmond, Uggla, and Moore the next three. He went spinning out of there as if he was going to bunt. Looking down to third base coach Bob Henley and maybe sneaking a peek at the third baseman Morel, who's playing just about a step back from even with the bag. Desmond can't go down far enough to get that 84. We are seeing a clinic right now. So as the lights take effect,
yes,
fewer changeups?
No, because he's got a good one tonight. It just enables a hitter to pick it up better.
Okay.
You can see the rotation out of his hand a little bit better.
Desmond, clean single, left field. The Nats have 2 on, nobody out. And
there goes the no-hitter.
Thank you.
A little golf clap from the fans here at PNC Park. They were thinking it.
Well, he saw one the last time he pitched, but it was the guy on the other side.
Yeah, he tried to return the favor. And that was a changeup, and he and Desmond saw it well and rifled it into left field. So it's starting to get dark. Maybe you see the ball better. And the Nats have a rally going here in the fifth. First and second, nobody out.
Ian Desmond 6 for his last 11. Here's Dan Uggla, who could change this game in a hurry. .83 in there. Uggla career 0 for 4 against Liriano. Called out on strikes first time as Francisco buzzed that inside corner.
See, that's the pitch I think that's the difference maker in Liriano tonight. He's throwing the fastball into the right-handed hitters for a strike. Now as a hitter, I have to think about that. Unless I just totally disregard that pitch mentally and look for something out over, look for something elevated on the outer half. But that's easier said than done because he's throwing it for a strike in there. Yeah. It's not just for effect.
So after Nissan tracks one down the middle, the next pitch gets through Cervelli, and suddenly the tying run is at second base.
It's a big wild pitch, or pass ball, or however they rule it. So when you're thinking bottom of the lineup's not going to bunt first and second, nobody out, but in essence that was a bunt, even though Dan Uggla is in a 2-strike count. So now you have runners at second and third, nobody out, 2-0 game, and Uggla going to try to put one in play here, and Clint Hurdle, as he should, has his infield back.
Uggla 13 RBIs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All locked up on a pitch diving down and in for out number 1. Strikeout number 10 for the first out in the 5th inning.
But the fastball in, the pitch number 2 is why Dan Uggla swung at pitch number 4. Liriano made him aware of that fastball in the inner half for a strike. And Uggla's thinking, I got to get going early to get to it. He pulls the string on the slider, and Uggla definitely thought he saw a fastball.
By the way, this is Liriano's 5th game this year with 10 strikeouts or more. His high 12 twice.
And then this is a huge at-bat in this game with Doug Fister on deck.
Tyler Moore raised his hands as if that ball was right on the inside part coming in on him, and it ran back. So in this game, 13 outs and 10 of them on strikes.
You know why Cervelli ran halfway out to the mound to throw that to Liriano? Because it got him in the thumb. That was a run back sinker, and it got him right in his thumb of his glove, and that'll crush your hand, and he needed a second to regroup. Caught it funny.
Wild pitch. The ball caroms straight up in the air, and the runners, nobody scores. Clint Robinson looking in from third. He thought it was going to come off the backstop right back to Cervelli. It bounced straight up in the air. And two guys should have advanced on that play.
Well, I can't believe Clint Robinson didn't score. You know, who knows what angle he had at third base, but I mean, if you're just coming down the line, you see the throw right here, you're already starting to creep. And then when you see it kick in the air, watch the ball kick in the air. Well, you can't see it right there, but it kicked straight up, and it had some hang time to it. And Ian Desmond was sure that Clint Robinson was going to score.
Wow. One ball, one strike. Now it gets away. And here comes Robinson with Desmond to third. Suddenly Liriano and Cervelli not making connections.
Well, he gave up a hit, and it's a different ball game all of a sudden, and the wheels are off. He threw a pitch out basically to the screen. Now he throws a 56-footer that Cervelli has no chance of blocking. Look at this ball hits. I mean, it almost hit Tyler Moore. That time Clint Robinson says, I get a second chance, you're darn right I'm going to score. And now Tyler Moore has a chance to tie this game up. And Clint Hurdle brings his infield in now to 2-1 count. Runner on third.
Well, Tyler Moore looking for RBI number 21 to even this thing up. What a change in atmosphere in this ballpark. That'll be strike two. A walk, a single, two wild pitches, very nearly three.
Tyler Moore's had a good two-strike approach this year. He spreads out, chokes up, and just tries to put it in play. He tried to do it right here.
Outside.
Good take.
Count goes full. Fister on deck. Fister handles the bat very well. And Tyler Moore will pop it up straight back out of play.
You know, I'm thinking of that first wild pitch from Liriano, the one that just missed high. Maybe Clint Robinson saw it up in the air off the backstop and thought that it was coming straight back to Cervelli just because of the angle he had, the depth perception or lack thereof. That's the only reason you could think he didn't score. He thought it was coming right back to the catcher.
Three-two again with one out. Tyler Moore takes ball four, and that was close. And now the Nats have 3 out of 4 guys reaching base in this inning. Tyler Moore walks for the second time in the number 8 spot. So here's Fister. A lot of possibilities here. Ray Searage, the Pirates pitching coach, on his way to the mound.
So what do you do right here if you're Matt Williams? You got a guy that can handle the bat, but he didn't look too comfortable butting off Liriano his first time up. Doug Fister, a guy that usually looks comfortable butting off everybody, but when you have a crossfire and lefty kind of stepping right at you, slinging it in there, do you bunt? Do you risk hitting into a double play right here with one out? And Matt Williams just shook his head yes, so maybe he is going to risk it. I mean, if you have confidence in Fister, you have good wheels at third and Ian Desmond. He can read whether the bunt is good enough for him to score a safety squeeze, if you will. You're definitely not going suicide squeeze. So a lot of options for the Nats skipper, and he's just hoping that Doug Fister finds a way to score Ian Desmond.
Yeah, to call the suicide, you've got to be sure some contact's going to be made.
And plus, it's just too obvious. You squeeze, you go suicide squeeze when nobody's looking for it, not when everybody's looking for it.
So lefty-lefty matchup. They're pinching in at the corners. Fister squares. And now he's missed 4 of them tonight. And don't think that Michael A. Taylor's 389 with runners in scoring position doesn't have something to do with this decision as well.
Yeah. He's been clutch.
Fister takes it outside. Now last time Liriano threw him that same pitch. He leaned down, tried to bunt it, and that was strike 2. So this time it's even. Simply missed it.
Well, he's a good bunter. He's just not feeling real comfortable against the slinging left-hander. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Try it again with 1 and 2 here. And he'll foul it and strike out. 11 strikeouts for Liriano.
And do you remember the last time Liriano pitched against the Nats? He gave up 5 earned runs in 5 2/3, but it was the 6th inning that got him. The Nats got him for 4 runs in that 6th inning.
He's trying to strike out the side for the 3rd inning in a row. It's been such an odd game. But look at how his numbers get better the more runners there are out there.
Yeah, 2 outs and runners in scoring position, 343.
Yeah, that happened yesterday, didn't it?
And the more success you have in those situations, the more relaxed you become as a hitter. Everybody talks about Ryan Zimmerman being Mr. Clutch, Mr. Walk-Off. It's because he got success early in his career with the game on the line. And when you have that, those huge at-bats just become regular at-bats. You relax, you're able to breathe slower and let your athletic ability take over. Slow heartbeat right here is what wins, whether it's the pitcher or the hitter.
And Taylor, couple of takes. One was borderline away. That one just a bit up. Counts in his favor, 2-0. It's amazing how many late swings you see on the changeup.
Well, it might appear to be late, but they're actually way out in front.
And he goes 91. Now the Nats have gotten his pitch count from 57 to 87 here in the 5th inning. In the dirt, Cervelli scrambling. Another full count. This will give Tyler Moore a head start at first.
You want to say all in on the fastball, but I mean, if you're guessing, I'm guessing changeup right here, right now. I mean, it's easy way up here with a tie on. But he's going to get beat with his best pitch, and his best pitch tonight has been a changeup. I'm looking for it. I'm thinking about it. Let's see what he does.
3-2, and Taylor makes him do it again.
Might have been a slider. 85 up.
One hit for the Nats so far. They've made it count. The guy that got that hit, Ian Desmond's been on 3rd base for a while. Tyler Moore, another head start.
Shook 2 fastballs to a slider.
Taylor up the middle. And that's handled by Gung. And that's the first play by any defenders other than first, pitcher, and catcher. But the Nats pick up a run.
the major leagues, I get the job done in the major way. Yup, this one is a home run. We in the major leagues, I get the job done in the major way. Yup, this one is a home run. It's my time to shine, been waiting all night. They pitching strong, but he threw it just right. Just right. I'm going through the next, couldn't be a double. Now I'm doing what I do, it's how I play it, gotta pay.
Well, a ball game bordering on the bizarre here. Freight Railworks with the do-ups for the Pirates. Bottom five, McCutchen, Marte, and Gung. What they've done this year against the Nats. And thanks to that series in D.C., not a whole lot. And you hope those numbers won't change a whole lot between now and Sunday. McCutchen, soft liner to Tyler Moore last time after flaring a single to center first time. Trying to lean away from that ball, has got his bat and went fair. And Wilson Ramos pounces to throw him out.
So I'm seeing on the internet that in New York, Clayton Kershaw 18 up, 18 down.
Oh boy.
And if his stuff is half as good as it was against the Nats, against that lineup that we just saw, I mean, he had perfect game, no-hit stuff when he faced the Nationals the other day.
Yeah.
It was the best performance I've seen against the ball club, and the best performance I've seen all year, minus Doug Fister's Milwaukee and Pittsburgh outings. Or, sorry, Max Scherzer.
And they're just numbers, but the Mets do have the lowest batting average in all of baseball. More importantly, they've scored the fewest runs. So keep an eye on that.
And give Doug Fister a lot of credit for settling down after a couple runs early and seeming like he's gotten loose. I mean, he is going quick.
Marte, hot shot. Desmond to his left. Knows he has to turn and fire. And Tyler Moore can't corral that throw. They're going to give a base hit to Marte. He can really run, and Ian had to get rid of it in a hurry.
Yeah, that was the difference on the spin move. Look at the range by Ian Desmond, first of all. And then once he spins and picks up his target, throws that in-between hop that's just a tough one for Tyler Moore. Right? But watch where it hops. So close to Moore. He tries to get with it and keep the foot on the bag. But like you said, Carp, he thought he had the rush because Marte can run so fast. That's the difference that speed makes. Good effort.
Here's Jung-Ho Gung. Double his last time. So Doug Fister's have to pitch off the stretch every inning here. A couple of innings it didn't happen until 2 outs, but he hasn't been able to get that 1, 2, 3. Fister started this inning with 81 pitches. So 7 more this inning so far. Low.
Good pitch. He was looking for the double play right there. Now he's got to come to him 3-0.
Right to the outside edge. Well done.
See Clint Hurdle starts his left fielder here on first base, starting the Marte. 3-1 count. Doug Fister tough to run on. Time was called.
Three-one, 1 out. Runner holding on a ball hacked into the corner. It'll take that carom, come right to Clint Robinson. He drops it, and that will result in a throw home. Now Ramos drops it, and the Nats gave away some bases there. Pirates lead 3-1. They will call it double RBI And then Gung third base on the throw is the announcement I just heard.
So they give the error to Ian Desmond on that? First look at the pitch. Change up, and Gung catches it out front. And I thought Clint Robinson played this perfect, and he just missed the ball when it came off the fence, and that was the difference in the run. He made a low throw to Ian Desmond, but Marte absolutely getting it, and the one-hop throw kicks away from Wilson Ramos.
Infield in for Alvarez, so no error assessed on the play on either that or the throw home. They just say third on the throw after the double. Pirates get that run right back, and now Pfister misses again. 1-1. Tanner Roark is up in the Nats pen. Three and one. A hitter that Doug Fister's had problems with tonight and in the past. He makes him go for the changeup, and coming home and scoring on a really good base running play is Gung. He saw the downward fly to the ball, and off he went. Pirates pick up another run.
Well, that's just the contact play to perfection by the Pirates. And the more you watch Gung play, he's such a polished player, whether it's his offensive game, his defensive game, or his base running. Great play by Doug Fister to get the out at first base. But Gung was off to the races. As soon as he saw that ball chop in front of the plate, he had a big secondary lead. He scores easily. Fister had no chance at Gung at home. And we were talking about rookies of the year. Don't forget about Gung in that. He's first in on-base percentage for rookies, third in batting average, and fourth in slugging this month. So even though he's an older player coming over,
sure,
he's still in the race for rookie of the year. Jock Peterson going to get all the attention in Los Angeles.
Yeah. To the left side, and to his left, Danny Espinosa. That's it for the Pirates. But 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and now the Nats are down another run. It's 4-1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nationals tickets when verified through GovX. can also get a $10 credit to be used for food and beverage or merchandise inside Nats Park. To be verified and purchase these discounted tickets, go to nationals.com/govx.
Their shortstop in the middle of everything right now. And it's 4-1 Pirates. Costly inning for the Nats. For the Achiever and you, PNC Bank, our minor league report. Major leaguers on minor league rehab assignments. So Jason Worth, as FP said, getting a day off. Anthony Rendon, 3 hits yesterday. Potomac. Ryan Zimmerman's been hanging in Harrisburg.
Call him up, and call him up. They're all ready. And I'm not a doctor. I just slept at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
You've been known to play one on TV
I have.
here and there. By the way, Curtis Granderson, bottom of the 7th, led off and spoiled Clayton Kershaw's no-hit bid. That's a shot to left, falling, and it's in front of Marte. Danny Espinosa, first hit of the night and the second for the Nats.
Here come the scrappy Nats.
Leadoff man on for the second straight inning.
And that's exactly what they've been. Talking to the skipper last night as we were waiting to get into our hotel rooms, and he is very proud of his ball club and how they've scrapped and clawed and stayed 3 games ahead of the rest of the division through all these injuries.
Next up is Bryce Harper. Liriano has fanned him twice. Hot shot to second. Walker, Gung, and not a great feed. He had to go tag the runner after getting pulled off the bag. The Pirates should have turned 2 right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, that just goes back to what we just talked about with Gung. What a smart play by the Pirates shortstop, knowing that he didn't touch the bag or wasn't even close. So instead of just finishing the double play in a 1-run ball game and having Danny Espinosa, a 3-run ball game and having Danny Espinosa at second base, he tags the runner. Smart play. Very smart play.
Yeah, keeps a guy out of scoring position. Wilson Ramos next. '83 downstairs, unreachable. Ramos starting his career in Minnesota 2010. Liriano went 14-10 for the Twins that year. They've worked together. Facing each other now. ID'd the changeup well that time. Nats box, 2 hits, 2 walks, actually 3. 2 of the walks last inning. And the only run scored by Clint Robinson on that wild pitch. Ramos reaching, can't get to it.
Pretty good pitch right here, down away. Wilson's had trouble picking up the off speed tonight, as a lot of hitters have.
A low rider on the Mercedes-Benz pitch track. Ramos has struck out swinging twice. Full count. That ball appeared to be ball 4. It was foul tipped. Bryce Harper off and running there. Cervelli discussing that with Gabe Morales. Foul tip or a swing and a miss? That's what he wants to know, and the call was made pretty emphatically by the home plate umpire, and Cervelli's still chatting.
And still chatting. I feel like that's part of being a Pirates catcher. Russell Martin loved to talk to umpires as a Pirate.
3-2 with one out. Ramos to the left side. Gung makes another good play. And look at that! They turn it into a 6-4-3. Took Wilson Ramos a long time to get out of the batter's box after lunging for that pitch and then down the line. And that shortstop's having some kind of game. Allegheny outside the right field wall here at PNC Park. How about your clients, employees, friends, or family? Everybody to an amazing outing. Invite them to Nationals Park. Experiences can be included with your group outing. You might be able to watch batting practice from the dugout. You might be able to hold the finish line for the Geico President's Race. 202-675-NATS or nationals.com/groups. Now that's a good looking uniform tonight. For the Nats, it'll be Tanner Roark. Doug Fister done after 5 innings and 99 pitches. 25th appearance for Tanner. 63 innings, 35 strikeouts, 12 walks, and the league's hitting .295 against him. So Doug Fister goes 5, gives up 4 runs on 9 hits, 6 strikeouts, a homer, a wild pitch. Walked 1, struck out 6.
Who is that guy right there? That's Tanner Roark. Haircut, shave, different look for Tanner.
And the breaking ball way outside to Brent Morrell. Facing Roark for the first time. Good looking fastball, 92. And another strike. Liriano's at 99 pitches after 6 innings. And the breaking ball again outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brent Morrell. 1 for 2. Liriano on deck here, bottom 6.
And when you look at Tanner Roark's numbers for the year, obviously not what it was last year when he was a starter, but I mean, he really doesn't know what he is as a pitcher. He's been a starter, he's been a closer, he's been a setup man, he's been a long reliever. And when you talk to pitchers, and he'll never say this, but when you talk to pitchers, when they have a defined role, or when they kind of know what they're going to do, they have more success. And in Tanner's defense this year, because of injuries and maybe some people in the bullpen struggling at times. He's been used in a number of different situations. And having never pitched, but being around pitchers a lot throughout my career, that has to have an effect on your performance.
Threw a strike with a fastball. Got a ground ball to Dan Uggla. Brett Morrell out. Bottom of the 6th inning. With more on Roark, here's Dan.
Bob, Tanner Roark has allowed at least a run in each of his last 4 outings out of the bullpen, including 4 in just a third of an inning the other day against the Mets. After that outing, he said, I've got to be better. He said he's trying to do too much, trying to throw too hard and be too fine. He needs to trust his stuff, just go out there and throw, and the results will speak for themselves.
I mean, numbers game, right? I still think he's a 15 to 20 game winner at the big league level if he's a starter every 5th day. He's got the stuff. And as a starter, he set up guys. He got you thinking with him. How many times did we sit up here and say, I can't think with Tanner Roark? Because you see the tapper in front of the plate. Fair ball? Fair ball.
Yeah. Liriano not able to make that a close play at first.
But we couldn't think with him. It's easy up here. The game is simple. It's on TV. We're relaxed. You can see how guys are setting things up. You couldn't think with Tanner Roark last year, and I think being able to execute his game plan and having hitters guess with him is a strength when he's a starter, that when you're facing 3 hitters a night, okay, he has no way to set those guys up for the second, the third, and the fourth at-bat like he did in 2014. So now, yeah, stuff plays. He throws 95 out of the bullpen. He's got good off-speed. But his biggest advantage was, I called him Maddox-like last year, in the fact that when you faced Greg Maddux, you had no idea what you were getting in any count ever.
Right.
And that was his biggest strength last year, besides being able to execute every single pitch on a consistent basis every 5th day. And he hasn't had any continuity, any consistency, or known his role this year. That's why his numbers are up.
Gregory Polanco is 0 for 2 career against Tanner with a walk. 1 for 3 with a double. Outside. That was FP. I'm BC. DK downstairs. Enjoying a beautiful baseball evening. We'd like to see the scoreboard change here in Pittsburgh. 1st to 4 against the Pirates. Looking forward to seeing a lot of you Nats fans here tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Pirates got it started early, a run on 2 hits in the first. Marte RBI triple. Alvarez home run 2nd inning. That was their offense until the Gung RBI double and the Alvarez RBI grounder last inning. That spelled the end of the night for Doug Fister, 99 pitches. Two balls, 2 strikes. That's perfect on the inside edge. And Tanner Roark gets the first 1-2-3 inning for the Nats in the field tonight. Robinson, Desmond Uggla coming up. Long way to go in this one. Polanco's still not happy. Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals.
4-1 Pirates as we move to the top of the 7th inning. It's your favorite time of every broadcast. We promised you earlier. There's your Data Strong fan photo of the game. Tweet your strongest fan photo to hashtag NatsCouchCam, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. It's brought to you by T-Mobile. Good-looking bunch. Thanks for coming.
Pedro Florimon was the property of the Nationals for about 2 months last winter, and then the Pirates got him on waivers. So he takes over at short, and Gung moves over to third here. Top of the 7th inning. Francisco Liriano trying to go 7 or more for the 9th time this year. He's gone 6 for the 16th time. Leadoff man Clint Robinson, 2 balls, no strikes.
Didn't love that call right there.
That's pretty perfect. So over at third base, where he's been very good for the Pirates too. Clint Robinson jacks one to right center. Good looking swing. It plugs the gap. Polanco couldn't cut it off. And Clint Robinson's on for the 2nd time tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Healthy Hack. 3rd straight inning the Nats have had their leadoff man on.
Yeah, Liriano falling behind in the count. Clint Robinson ready for the slider, catches it out front, and that might do it for Liriano. Clint Hurdle with the stroll out to the mound. He's already signaled to the bullpen. And a leadoff double here in the top of the 7th will do it for Francisco Liriano, who was really, really, really good here tonight.
Yeah, the Nats made him throw a lot of pitches. He had 3 walks, couple of wild pitches last inning. He'll get a big ovation from the big crowd. It's up to the Pirate bullpen the rest of the way. And on his way in a hurry, is Jared Hughes. Land Rover, above and beyond. And by Airlines for America, where airplanes land, opportunity takes off. The Golden Triangle right down there. Big fountain. Francisco Liriano done after 6+, 3 hits, 3 walks, 11 strikeouts. Jared Hughes trying to gather his breath after that sprint in from the bullpen. And got to give our buddy Dan Coco credit for this one. He reports that Pirates relievers have stranded their last 27 inherited runners. Fastball flies up and into Ian Desmond.
Well, with leadoff double, that might be tough here. Jared Hughes, fastball 93, slider 87. Desmond chops that one. It was headed low and away.
30 years of age, 6'7", 242 from Stamford, Connecticut. Hughes in 63 games with a 1.96 ERA for the Bucks last year. Late sink on that one, 93.
And maybe the only late inning reliever in all of baseball without a beard. I'm thinking. Where's that stat, Dan?
Wow. That's efficient. Desmond a chopper over the mound. It'll advance the runner. Walker has to make a good play to get the speedy Ian Desmond at first. So Robinson to third base, 1 out for Dan Uggla.
Productive out by Ian Desmond. Nice play by Pirates second baseman Neil Walker. You're thinking if this ball hops one more time, or he can't get it out of his glove, Desmond's got himself a single, but Ian Desmond smelling an infield knock was not to be because of a nice play by Neil Walker. Dan Uggla looking for a little contact here to make it a 2-run game.
Antonio Bastardo now.
And Uggla is happy that anybody else is in there besides Liriano. He had trouble seeing him tonight.
Uggla, career against Hughes, 0 for 2. But with an RBI and a base on balls.
Yeah, there's no low strikes with Gabe Morales tonight. None for both sides. He's a high strike umpire, and he's given some inches on the corners, but the low strike just not there for either pitcher, either team.
Dan Uggla can't get to the 93, low in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dan failed to get one in tonight. He had been 2 for 2 before that strikeout back in the 5th inning. Target is in. And then Hughes misses low to the other side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dan Uggla, 20 hits this year for the Nats, 7 of them extra bases. Struck him out. The Nats have struck out 12 times tonight. Nissan will track it.
Everything in before this cut fastball at 94. Had slider action to it. Uggla trying to shorten up, put it in play, couldn't do it.
There's Tyler Moore, who has walked twice tonight. 0 for 2 career against Hughes. That's over the outside half. Glenn Robinson, third base, 2 outs now after his leadoff double. He's got some sinkage going tonight. Hitters in the pitcher spot would be Manny Burris next. Switch hitter on deck if the inning continues.
Hughes had a career-high scoreless streak of 14 2/3 innings come to an end Sunday after he allowed 3 unearned runs in the 3rd of an inning, and Aaron Barrett getting hot in the Nats bullpen.
Yeah, if the Nats hit for Roark, Barrett for the 7th. And Tyler Moore, a tapper to the third base side for Gung. And that's it for the Nats in the 7th inning. Leadoff double. And we arrive at the Hyundai 7th inning stretch. Picture perfect night in downtown Pittsburgh. The Nats are down by 3, running out of time. Now up to the bullpen to keep things close.
Alexandria 4-1 Pirates as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. And the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Pirates have been locked in. Starling Marte with a triple in the 1st inning. That scored Andrew McCutchen. Then Pedro Alvarez with his 13th home run of the year in the 2nd inning. And the offensive MVP and maybe the MVP of this game besides Francisco Liriano, Jung-Ho Gung, the 2nd of his 2 doubles, a double in the 5th, and an RBI. Made some nice plays at short, moved to third base. He's a good player. I've been impressed by him in the 4 games the Nats have played against the Pirates this year.
Yeah, fun to watch. Tanner Roark against Neil Walker here. Walker 1 for 3 career against him with a double. Tanner 15 pitches, 10 strikes to get through that 6th inning. Hot shot, and Tyler Moore has it go off his glove or his arm into the corner. Harper throws it, but it's offline, and Neil Walker's aboard with a 7th inning double.
So Neil Walker turning an 0 for 3 into a 1 for 4. Hot shot to Hopper. Tyler Moore kind of got the in-between hop into kind of a slide for the ball. And Bryce Harper tried to make it close at second base, but the fact that Tyler Moore slowed it down just enough allowed Neil Walker to cruise into second with a double.
That'll bring in McCutchen, who's 1 for 3. Somehow Andrew McCutchen and Tanner Roark have avoided each other. First career matchup. Well, we talked about this a couple of times this week. Bullpen trying to keep it close when you're behind. At least keep it reasonable when you're down by 3. And that ball well out of play, right side.
Still not used to McCutchen without the dreads.
By the way, they're in the top of the 9th. The Dodgers still lead the Mets 1-0 at Citi Field.
Still not used to Roark without the mullet.
center, and it's not coming back. McCutchen, his 13th, and now the Pirates lead by 5. And some early fireworks.
This ball was hit. And we've seen some opposite field power here tonight from the Pirates. First, it was Pedro Alvarez going to deep left field. In the second inning, now Andrew McCutchen goes deep into right center field here in the 7th to make it 6-1.
600th career run when he touched home plate there. That's a foul ball down the left field side. So McCutchen's 13th homer of the year. And his 141st career blast. Marte, Gung, and Alvarez now the next 3 here in the 7th.
I mean, with McCutchen, he's so quick. He lets the ball travel deeper than most hitters because his hands are so quick. So his decision-making process. Watch how deep he lets this ball get on contact. I mean, that's almost at his back leg. And most hitters have to go out and get a pitch. He lets it travel to him, and he still has power the other way. He can wait longer than most hitters because of his bat speed.
And a breaking ball. Marte reaching to stay alive. McCutchen continues to punish the Nats in this ballpark. That's now 9 career homers and 18 RBIs. Marte on a good fastball that Roark ran to the inside half. Take strike 3. Tanner's second strikeout.
Cheer on the Peanuts as the whole Washington Nationals team will be there on rehab. Visit Pittsburgh Stadium August 1st and 2nd for Goonies Night and Mike Cameron's induction to the Hall of Fame. For all your tickets and promotional information, visit PotomacNationals.com.
Here's Jung Ho Gung. 2 for 3, an RBI, a run.
You see how he just hovers that leg over the plate? Watch Gung's leg kick and how he just kind of picks it up and leaves it there. Watch this. Almost like a double pump. And why does he do that? I mean, it's just his trigger. It's to get his swing started. It's very slow and it's very early, which I'm a big fan of with any leg kick. Get it out of the way early.
Got jammed. 1 hopper left side, Danny Espinosa. 2 down here in the 7th.
Get in on the baseball action with Masson. Text the word Nationals to 29292 for the team alerts and chances to win exclusive prizes all season long, including meet and greets with your favorite players. Again, that's Nationals to 29292 for Nats alerts you just can't miss.
Pedro Alvarez. Home run. Bouncing ball to Doug Fister have accounted for 2 RBIs. Walked in between.
I think the organ scares people into clapping. It's just like you're sitting here watching a ball game and boom, you got to start clapping.
That's Dan Uggla over there. Danny Espinosa was out in right field on the shift on Alvarez. 2-run homer McCutchen. We'll see if the Pirates have put it out of reach. We go back to yesterday. The Nats were behind, 8th inning. Ian Desmond had walked with 1 out. Matt Dendecker got the big hit up the middle. And then Michael A. Taylor followed with the 2-run base hit that got the Nats back even. Stole second. Danny Espinosa, opposite field, left field corner. The game-winning double. Drew Storen took care of the rest, and that was a nice series of moments for the Nats yesterday.
The big play in that sequence that you didn't see was the wild pitch by Bobby Parnell that allowed a couple of runners to advance, get into scoring position, and the rest, as they say, was yesterday.
Sean Rodriguez, first base for the Pirates here, so they'll bat their pitcher 6th. And Rodriguez will take over the number 9 hole. Antonio Bastardo will be the new left-handed pitcher for the Pirates.
Fastball 93, slider 84, changeup 86 miles an hour, 36 appearance for Bastardo. Some walks in there. He can be wild at times if you remember him back in his Philadelphia Philly days. Opponents hitting 241. What is he going, Statue of Liberty play here? What do we got?
Emmanuel Burris will get an AB here, batting for Tanner Roark. 1 for 2 since his most recent recall. .278, 3 homers, 21 RBIs at Syracuse this year for the DC native out of Woodrow Wilson High School. 8 doubles, 5 triples, 10 stolen bases in 62 games. He was called up June 26th when the Nats were in Philadelphia. Anthony Rendon went on the DL. .243 career big league hitter in parts of 6 years now with the Giants and the Nats. And that's Abel De Los Santos.
Man, got to make Bastardo throw strikes. He's a guy that really has trouble at times finding the strike zone. I don't think Clint Hurd will let him go too long in this one if he can't.
And a 3-1 is upstairs for an irritating for the Pirates walk. Taylor, Espinosa, Harper now the next three.
Michael Taylor, an aggressive hitter, but just like Manny Burris just did, he's got to get Bastardo in the strike zone. Safe to say the Nats need some base runners, down by 5 here in the 8th.
And a fastball to the outside edge. Taylor facing Antonio Bastardo for the first time. And saw a lot of him in the last 5 years with the Phillies. Michael A. 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of grounders around the strikeout. And Taylor to left. It'll hang up for Starling Marte. 1 out.
Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in true HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices with MLB.TV Premium. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and more. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
Danny Espinosa 1 for 3 career against Bastardo with a base on balls, and he takes one inside. Sellout crowd here tonight. Pirates have their 12th sellout of the year, 37,799.
Well, they've been waiting for their ball club to get back in town. This is the first home game that they've had since July 12th.
Wow. Well, that'll week and a half ago, and the Nats are in store for that too. Nats won't be back home for another 10 ball games.
There was the Sunday night baseball game where they beat the Cardinals 6-5 in 10 innings, a walk-off piece.
Oh yeah, they did that the night before too.
So they've been waiting a long time to see their squad back at PNC Park.
Yeah, I think that got them back to within 2 games or 2.5 of first place, and then they fell back about 3.5 games on the road trip to 6.
And Antonio Bastardo has definitely dropped anchor and he's bottom fishing.
Yeah, he is known as the slowest starter by far on the, or rather pitcher on the Pittsburgh staff. Central Division, St. Louis is leading Kansas City at home tonight 4-2. Cubs are the other team holding a wild card spot, at least for now. So right now, I mean, this is kind of crazy. If the season ended, 3/5 of the Central would make the playoffs. And Espinosa was ripping. Danny had a pretty good cut and straight back it went.
Man, if he continues to play second base, he needs to get some consideration for Gold Glove. I think the fact that he's played short, third, first, a little outfield might take away from that a little bit. Haven't seen DJ LeMahieu play a whole lot this year. He's the reigning Gold Glove second baseman in Colorado, but Danny Espinosa has been as good as anybody I've seen in a long time this year at second base.
And I'll tell you one thing I've always wondered in a minute. I think it would be a good idea. Why not have, for each league, a Gold Glove for one utility guy who plays at least 100 games, has to move around. You know, if nobody qualifies that year, you don't give one. But there are guys around baseball who deserve that, I think.
You're preaching to the choir, partner.
Because you were that kind of guy. Other guys who move around. You know, there should be a kind of a minimum of games you have to play to do that.
I like it.
And if nobody qualifies that year, you don't give one out.
I've said that for a long time.
Danny Espinosa, swing and a miss, 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Nats have not hit a long ball tonight. When they do, it's a donation of $250 to the Children's National Health System. And that's thanks to the generosity of our Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers. Because there are seasons where clubs have guys injured. Case in point, right here, 15 Nats. That guys like this can come in and rescue a ball club for a season with their defense. Rice gets jammed and pops it out of play. Against the left-hander Bastardo, Bryce Harper is 1 for 11 with an RBI, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. That could change with 1 hanging breaking ball. That's down to their final 4 outs here. .93 by him.
Got a lot of plate too. Belt high, inner half.
Got it just up enough. And a ball bounced and blocked by Cervelli. Dodgers got 2 in the 9th. They lead the Mets, who are batting in the bottom of the 9th now, 3-0.
Could be just a day off the schedule for the Nats.
Yeah. Clayton Kershaw, we're told, still in that game. If the Nats can't pull this one off, they look to Max Scherzer to take on Jeff Locke tomorrow night. And another breaking ball, 2-2.
Cervelli tapping his glove on the ground. He wants that slider in the dirt, but Bastardo's hold on to it so long that it's never a strike. Bryce Harper sees it low out of his hand. He knows it's a ball right away. So it doesn't look to me like Bastardo's really committed to throwing that pitch. I think he wants to get back to the fastball up and in.
Target away. Harper rams the fastball into right field for a 1-hop base hit. The Nats have 2 on, 2 out.
Nice salvage. 0 for 3 into a 1 for 4. Bryce Harper looking back to the dugout. And once Bastardo showed that he couldn't throw a slider for strikes, Bryce Harper's too smart a hitter. He just disregards that pitch. And now I'm all about the fastball, because if you're a fastball slider guy and you can't throw a slider near, he sat on the heater, got it, and got himself a base hit.
Now the Nats need a blast from their big, strong catcher, Wilson Ramos. Ray Searage, the Pirates pitching coach, back to the mound.
It's a pretty good number right here. Watch this. Consecutive road games.
Look out, Jody.
Reaching base safely.
I mean, Ricky Henderson, that's over, and Joe DiMaggio, that's over half of your road games in an entire season.
Yeah,
now, some of those streaks may have gone from one season to another, but I mean, those are some pretty impressive numbers.
At 22 or younger. It's a lot of dirty gray uniforms.
I guess the only little thing that helps you there is that when you're on the road, you're guaranteed to get 9 innings. And I'm sure some of those were 8th or 9th inning salvages like Bryce just pulled off. So here's Wilson Ramos, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a double play ball. Bastardo goes off speed with 87. Wilson Ramos against him. 2 for 3 career with 3 The Pirates' other lefty, who's also capable of closing, warming up.
You run into one, you got an instant ball game here.
Yep.
Just add water. It'd be a Chia game.
Ramos hits it hard, but a one-hopper right to Walker. And the Nats will only have 3 outs with which to work. The Pirates back to the plate, and they lead by 5. PNC Park in Pittsburgh, and the Pirates are doing what they do at home. They're first in the majors in win percentage at home, second in ERA, first in opponents' OPS, opponents' homers per 9 innings. They just don't give them up. So here's Abel De Los Santos with another appearance after making his major league debut at home.
And fastball low to mid 90s, slider, changeup. And all kinds of stuff flying at you and a pretty live arm. We like what we saw the first time out.
There's a big hook that had the hitter buckling a bit, and he didn't get the call. Evidently stayed inside. Francisco Cervelli, the hitter, 1 for 3 tonight. That's got a loud sound to it. Straightaway center field. And look at that, to the base of the batter's eye. And Cervelli, his 5th of the year. The Pirates have hit 3 tonight, and that's a monster shot.
Yeah, 5th of the year. I didn't know that Francisco Cervelli had that kind of pop. Straightaway center field over the Pirates logo. I thought he had some pull side pop every once in a while, but that's where the big boys go. Dotting the R if you could do such a thing in Pirates. The way I spell, you can.
He put the R in the R right there. Wow. And here's 28-year-old Pedro Florimon, as I mentioned, Nats property for about 2 months last winter. 204 hitter in parts of 4 years with Baltimore, mostly with Minnesota in the big leagues. Nats picked him up September 18th and then waived him on November 20th. Pirates grabbed him. He was hitting .254 at Indianapolis when they called him up yesterday. He's going to dump a signal into left field in front of Clint Robinson. Well, the Nats hope it's all Max Scherzer. And you know what happened the last time he faced the Pirates? And by the way, to the dismay of many of you, Jose Tabata is no longer with the ball club. Max is 10-8 with a 2.09 ERA. June 20th, no hit the Pirates at home. What a day it was. It'll be Jeff Locke for the Buccos and maybe some chocolate tomorrow night, too.
Oh, that Danny Espinosa play was so clutch. I could watch that play.
Oh, yeah.
At least 2 more times.
Way out in right field. On the run with the gun. And there's a big breaking ball to the right-handed batter, Sean Rodriguez, who came in on a double switch to play first base. Fastball, late for it.
He looks like a Pirate. Like literally. Doesn't he? I mean,
Johnny Depp would like that.
Yeah,
look.
I mean, he's a Pittsburgh Pirate. I mean, he's like playing the role.
Nice hook. 0-2. And I'm not going to say walk the plank. 1 out. I think I just did.
He did. Pretty good curveball. Slurvy curveball at 79.
Archimedes Caminero for the 9th, evidently. The Pirates will be up by at least 6. They won't have to use their closer, Mark Melancon, tonight, who's 1 save ahead of Drew Storm, by the way. 30/29 for the National League lead. Trevor Rosenthal of St. Louis also with 29. And he could be getting one in the Midwest a little earlier, or rather a little later tonight. They're ahead 4-2 in the late innings against Kansas City. Gregory Polanco 1 for 4 with a double. Pretty good breaking stuff here. No swing, says Chris Conroy down at third.
Time to scoreboard watch. It's a final in New York. 3-0 Dodgers.
Locked him up. 94 down around the knees. Counts full. 3-2. And a ball fouled straight back.
All the boats starting to line up in the river for the fireworks show. You gonna stay here and watch it with me?
Sure.
Broadcast buddies watching the fireworks show.
Broadcast friends. And a ball driven to left. It's tailing back to Clint Robinson. And I'm issuing an immediate order for anybody online not to come up with any pictures or drawings of broadcast friends.
Oh, do it.
Don't do it.
Please do it.
We don't want to see it. Maybe we do. Here's Neil Walker with 2 outs in the 8th.
Awesome walk-up song.
What is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it's better than the organ. And I'm usually a fan of that at ballparks. It's just this is turned up to 12
Yeah, they've turned up the volume in Pittsburgh. There's no doubt about it.
I did like 3 replays tonight where I'm stuttering because I can't hear myself because the organ's so loud.
I think there's something going on in baseball that we don't know about. Once you make the playoffs, you're giving a few extra dBs for your sound system the following season.
Huh?
I think that's what's happening here.
What did you say something?
0-1, and that's that big hook by De Los Santos to the outside edge at the knees.
Yeah, I don't think any place beats Dodger Stadium.
That is loud.
I mean, you leave there and you turn your radio up as loud as it'll go, and you can't hear yourself.
De Los Santos gives up the homer to Cervelli, and I mean a long ball. Settles in after that. The Nats have 3 outs left. Bunch. And time for our Honda do-ups and career numbers at PNC Park. Clint Robinson with the base hit tonight. Ian Desmond has done his share. Dan Uggla, his. Not a lot of success for Uggla tonight, but Ian Desmond has a base hit. Archimedes Caminero.
This guy's finally harnessed his fastball that will touch triple digits. Nasty slider to go with it. That's Clint Robinson today, who faced Betances and Familia. Which New York closer was tougher? And he said Betances' slider was nastier than Familia's, but he said he hadn't seen a fastball as hard as Familia's sink as much. He said the sink on his 98, 99 is just incredible. So you add that velocity and movement. He gave the fastball edge to the Mets and the slider edge to the Yankees. Both those guys are filthy.
Robinson against Caminero here. He's walked, scored, and doubled tonight.
Good take, just missed.
Outside. Low with 98, 3-0.
Like I said, he's finally harnessed the command of that fastball.
See if the reverse jinx goes with a 4-pitch walk here.
Yeah.
It does. Clint Robinson on base for the 3rd time tonight.
I don't think Clint Hurdle's really pumped about a 4-pitch walk up by 6 in the 9th.
Well, Bastardo gave him one up by 4 last inning. So here's Ian Desmond, who has 3 career hits, a homer and 4 RBIs and 6 at bats against Archimedes. Ball 5.
He knows they're taking a strike too.
Crowd buzzing a bit.
They want to see fireworks.
Yes, they do. That's in there. North Shore Bronx cheer.
They want to hear something quieter than the organ. Fireworks.
There'll be about 12 guys with keyboards waiting for you tomorrow when you get in.
It's 7-1.
You better come in through the loading dock.
The Dodgers beat the Mets. Like I said, a day off the schedule. A day closer to getting healthier.
Desmond, he hits one big to right center. See you later. And he almost hit it out of the park. Ian Desmond appears to be back, Nats fans. That's his 9th of the year. 100th career home run for Ian Desmond.
Well, he had a little look out there. Did you see that? The Caminero? About 3 steps from home plate. He looked at the Pirates pitcher. Maybe he was looking at the ball being thrown back. I should wait a second.
I'm glad they threw it back. Now the Nats will be able to get it easily.
He wants the ball. That's what he was looking at. My bad. He wants that baseball, and they're throwing it in the Nats dugout. That ball was touched, folks. My goodness.
McCutchen never moved.
He didn't move. He took 1 step and just stopped. So you thought that Francisco Cervelli's home run was a bomb. Ian Desmond just topped that one. That ball was smoked. There's your start of your fireworks show. Yeah, this ball is touched, folks. Watch this. Boom. And you're right, Carl. I thought this was heading over the bleachers in right center field. So the opposite field power here tonight has just been impressive. Yeah, he wanted the ball. But he was looking right through Caminero, so I thought they might have been talking to each other as he came down the third base line, but he knows that's his 100th career tater, and he wants the baseball, and he got it.
Well done, Ian Desmond.
Yeah, congratulations.
102 miles an hour for number 100.
Slam range.
7-3 ball game. Let's get another base runner. Caminero will be taking a seat. But on the first pitch, Ugla will pop it up. Ball comes back fair. Florimon makes the call. 1 out.
2-hit night, 2 for 4. And even Matt Williams before the game today said that Ian's seeing the baseball. His head's a little more still, a little slower with his feet.
There's Tyler Moore. And against Caminero, he's 2 for 2. And a couple of RBIs attached to those hits. And Tyler Moore hits one to left. Didn't quite get it. Marte has it. 2 down. Byron Kerr, Phil Wood in the studio with Nats Extra. Matt Dendecker will try to keep us from throwing it too quickly. He will bat for Abel De Los Santos. Big crowd. Nearly 38,000 tonight getting on their feet. Trying to watch the Pirates win for the 9th time in their last 10 here. I just think it's great, though, the way Pittsburgh and Kansas City have come back as great baseball towns.
It's good for baseball.
It is. The teams that several years ago some said will never be able to win because of the payroll situations around baseball. And they've both proven that with a good minor league system and a few moves here and there, you can get that done. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dendecker rips one right over the glove of Neil Walker. That ball was scorched.
You'd think he'll be playing left field tomorrow. I mean, he's a guy that can cover some ground out there. Good at bat by Matt Dendecker. He has been a nice get for this ball club.
Yes, he has. Top of the order, Michael A. Taylor. One more base runner, and the tying runs in the on-deck circle, making it a safe situation. Taylor right off the end of the bat.
Good rip.
Michael A. 1 for 1 against Caminero. Now, I was going to say I was blocked out by the lumber sign, but now we see it is Mark Melancon. I could tell it was a right-hander. At least the Nats are going to make him heat up and use some bullets tonight.
Scrappy Nats.
Well, for one of the few times tonight, a low fastball called for a strike.
He hasn't called that pitch all
cutting
night.
Action, maybe.
Maybe got caught up in the fans here, but that hasn't been a strike for 8 2/3.
And a 1-2 that Michael A. is able to lay off. Taylor to the left side. Big hop for Gung. He had a great game tonight. And at 10 o'clock straight up here in Pittsburgh, the Pirates close out a 7-3 win over the Nats. So Pittsburgh beats Washington for the first time this year. And the Nationals will turn to Max Scherzer tomorrow. More in a moment.